Hey friends, I am Wanda and you are watching Happy Threads Girl, a channel for American Girl doll collectors aged 13 and up who love dolls, doll houses, stories, crafts, and fashion for dolls, and honestly, just all things 18-inch doll related. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way to this cozy little corner of the internet, and if you're returning, welcome back, my friends. You already know this is a place where we celebrate creativity, storytelling, and all things 18-inch doll. Today, we are headed to Tiny Town in Morrison, Colorado. Admission is $5 for adults and $4 for kids ages 2 to 12. This is a pretty great deal for stepping into a century-old miniature village, but as you'll see, I have a few opinions on how it could be even better. Before we start exploring, could you please take a second to hit the subscribe button? It's free and it helps me out more than you know. It keeps me bringing you more doll adventures like this one. I brought along my friends Bonnie and Cindy and their daughters, plus a couple of my dolls, Dion and Sherry. Mandy, who's Bonnie's daughter, brought along her Blair doll. We're keeping it light today, just the 3 dolls, because packing for people and dolls is like packing for 2 full vacations. When you first walk in, Tiny Town still has that magical old-fashioned park charm. Hand-painted signs, a little train track looping around, rows of small-scale buildings. I came here once before in 2018 with a lot more dolls, 9, plus Julie's VW, and a couple welly wishers that belonged to Mandy at the time. I was in heaven. It was my camera was working overtime, and it was a great day. Well, it was until it took a strange turn. We'll talk about that more later. Walking around, you will find so many creative little details. A tiny barbershop, a schoolhouse, a candy shop, a post office. But you'll also notice that some of the buildings haven't been cared for. Paint is peeling, wood is warped, and a few spots, the displays look like they've been untouched for years. And here's the other thing. If you're planning a trip, just be aware. Some people let their kids run wild here. Tiny Town is delicate, and it is frustrating to watch little hands yank on doors, climb where they shouldn't, kick doors, jump on things, while their parents are somewhere else. If you go, please keep it nice for the next visitor. Tiny Town origin story started in 1915 when a man named George Turner built a tiny little village to entertain his daughter. By 1920, there was 125 buildings there that had a grocery store, a hotel, the pool hall, the library. It started drawing lots of visitors. Up to 20,000 a year were visiting. And through the decades, Tiny Town has survived multiple floods, fires, and what almost did it in was the rerouting of 285. It almost erased it from the map. But over and over again, volunteers have come together to rebuild and recreate Tiny Town. Some of the more fascinating models that you're going to see through Tiny Town is Mount Vernon and the American Gothic house, along with a spooky Addams Family house, and it has all the spooky little details. Tiny Town is advertised as being built on 1/6 scale, which is perfect for Barbies and other fashion dolls around the 11 to 12 inch tall range. In 1/6 scale, 1 inch is model equals 6 inches in real life. But in reality, the scale is all over the place. Some of the buildings are spot on, I think, for 1/6. Others are closer to, I don't even know. I think they must be in cahoots with the American Girl doll design team because they can't keep anything to scale. But in reality, if it was going to be scaled for American Girl dolls, it'd be the 1:3 scale, which is 1 inch equals 3 inches in real life. In the perfect world, if my 18-inch dolls would stand in the doorways without ducking and look through windows without floating in midair, basically, they'd live here like real people. And yes, I am always thinking of building my own tiny town version. Back in 2018, I came here with a large group of dolls, 9. I spent a lot of time setting up scenes and taking photos and loving every minute of it. And then, out of nowhere, a staff member told me I had to stop taking photos of dolls. No explanation, just stop. I have tried since then to get in touch with management to see if I could go in at a time and do some other photos, if it would be reasonable to come in at an off time. I've tried to talk to them. I've left messages, I've sent emails. I get nothing back, which is a missed opportunity because you can imagine a full-scale doll collector takeover here. It would be epic. And yes, I am always thinking of building my own tiny town. Of course, it'd be named Happy Hollows, and it would have all the fun things. It would have a school, and a library, and a dress shop, and a bakery, and a seaside diner, and all of the wonderful things. And there would be a gazebo in the center of town, and there'd be working streetlights, and the paint would never peel, and the sidewalks would always be swept, and there'd be seasonal decorations. And I would allow everybody to come with their dolls and to take photographs. And I would even invite the people who have those RC cars. I'd let them come and do things there. This is my dream. You'll know if I ever win the lottery because I will be building my own tiny town. Now, if you were building your own tiny town or your own Happy Hollows, what are the buildings you would include? Please make sure you leave me a comment because if I do win the lottery, I do want to make sure that I am building all the buildings that we all are going to want to see. Bonnie and Cindy were kind enough to hop on the train and take a loop around the park for me to get some fun video of the train around the park. I'm not a big train enthusiast and I don't particularly like this train at Tiny Town, but if you are a big train person, this is a fun little clip to watch here. And the best part about this trip was seeing how much Mandy has grown from the same little 7-year-old that I took this picture of in 2018 to the fabulous and wonderful young woman that she is today at 15. When we asked her if she wanted to come along on this trip, she said, yeah, and I'm bringing my Blair doll this time. I love this girl, and I'm so glad to be part of her life. So that's Tiny Town. Part miniature village, part living history. a lot of fixer-upper. I still love it. I just wish that I could take it over and give it the love and care that it deserves and the remodel that it definitely needs. I would love to be able to see more events there and more creativity being allowed there. I realize that may mean raising the price, but I think that a price raise might be needed so that the maintenance could be done there. If you have ideas or suggestions on like how I could get a hold of the management, or you also would love to see a tiny town built for American Girl dolls, I would love to see your suggestions or ideas in the comments, or if you just like this video in general. Once again, thanks for coming along and spending some time with me today. I always enjoy our visits, and I hope you enjoyed this one too. I look forward to seeing you again soon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks. Bye-bye.